Hello. This is a special session just for parents. So if you're not a parent, you can skip to the next video. But if you are a parent, I would ask that you please, this particular session, I think is more, it's really necessary. I think that after listening to some of the things that people have said, getting ready to move into the actual hard part of the next few days, day 3, which is outlined, day 4, which is the actual writing part. These can be really, really, really tasking. It can be very frustrating for students, and I want to really have a chance to talk with you, the parent, because if you are like I am, I'm getting ready to administer these tests. I have, you know, 30, 40 to 60 students that I have to try to organize. You have yours at home. I'm sure you at this point of the game are pretty exacerbated. You're kind of reached your end, and I need to talk with you for a little bit. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into just for you, for the parent, for the person who's sitting down next to the child that is in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th, all the way up to 8th grade. The 11th graders, I'm not so worried about. They've had plenty of practice on how to do essays and things like that. So I'm really trying to give some time to the younger folk and the parents, you who are trying to help use these videos with your child. And I want to talk about some of the things that the parents have told me. You have reached out. Some of you have reached out. Thank you so much for doing that. You've reached out. You've talked to me. You've talked to me at school. You've reached out via email, through comments. And I wanted to get back to you and sort of at this sort of midpoint, this critical junction point. I want to talk with you a little bit about what you are telling me. And what you are telling me is that your child is bored. They are very easily distracted. They're not able to sit long enough to go through the videos. Yes, some of the videos are long. They're 20, 25 minutes long. That can be very hard for younger kids, particularly, and I'll be bold enough to say, particularly for young boys, this can be a problem. At least in my experience, young girls they tend to toe the line. They want to do good. They want to really help out. In general, this is not universal. I don't want to be sexist or anything, but generally speaking, you parents who have young boys, you have a difficult time with this particular one. And you've told me, you said, I can only get him to sit down for a couple minutes and then he's, all over the place and I don't know what to do. How do I get him to go through these videos? I asked them, is Mr. Wilson boring? And typically he'll say no. So what is it? Okay, so that's an issue. And I want to address that. I want to give you some solutions for this. Same thing with like the videos are too long. Oh, it just goes on and on and on. And I have no use that I'm like, I know I'm preaching to the choir. You've seen this. So you get to the end of the day or you get to the end of the session, you're going, I really don't know what to do next. What am I going to do to get them to actually practice and get into it and learn from the video so that it's not such a big deal? The test is coming really soon. I got some answers for you. First two, break up the sessions, break up the videos. If the video is 20 minutes long and your child can only focus for 5, go 5 minutes and break. Pause the video, let them go do something. Go get active, go do jumping jacks, go do something and then come back. Then they sit down, they can do another 5 minutes. So break up the sessions. The sessions don't have to be done all in one spot, all in one sitting, okay? Break it up. You might even want to break it up and then come back another day and try to do it again. Maybe do a little bit more. Maybe day 1, you can only go so far. And so once you finished the first, say you could go through 10 minutes and that was like, oh my gosh, that was just, like pulling teeth without Novocaine. It was just so difficult. Okay, great, stop. Let it go for the day. Come back a little bit later. Hey, let's pick up where we left off. What do you remember that we talked about so far? and just review those first 10 minutes and then start the video again and move on to the next. You're just trying to get them through the process. Some little ones probably will not understand every single thing that I said. They'll need a lot of reinforcement and help from you to just practice and actually do it. That's really where I want them to go. I want your child to play with the tests. Open up one of the tests, open up the tests, let them get inside it and play with it. Hit the buttons, highlight different things. Tell them, I want you to highlight everything that belongs to the instructions, to the directions. Remember, Mr. Wilson talked about highlighting directions to review and read the directions, day one. Can you do that for me? I want just to highlight the whole thing. How would you do that? Let them play, let them try. Don't solve the problem for them immediately. Let them wrestle with it. Believe me, kids are far more techie than we are. Now, I know I'm probably old enough to be their grandpa, but but they are really tech savvy. They tend to be inclined in that direction. So let them play. You're not going to hurt anything. The worst thing they could do is they turn the thing off or they freeze something or something pops up. Just close it all out and go back in and do it again. Let them play with a highlighter. Let them play with the little arrows and the buttons and to kind of just get familiar with it. Those are two big ones. So break the sessions up and let them play. Even if you're not doing the videos, let them play. Another one, let them practice on multiple grade levels. So let's say your child is in the 5th grade, okay, 5th grade. And they have gone in, they've played with it, they've practiced at the 5th grade level, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, I've kind of done it already, blah, blah. Great. Let's go all the way out. Let's go back in, and instead of picking 5th grade, let's pick 4th grade. Why? Why would you do that? That's a lower level. Well, because the questions, the directions are going to be a little bit different. They're going to ask for different action verbs, describe, write. They're going to ask for different kinds of writing, informative, narrative, argumentative, etc., etc. So let them get exposed to it. Just because it's a 4th grade level doesn't mean it's not going to challenge them when it comes to doing all of these steps. So pick a different grade. You can go down or you can go up. Maybe your child maybe they're in the 3rd grade and you're going, oh my goodness, it was, they got through the 3rd grade level, but boy, that was pretty rough. Fine. Either do it again, start from scratch and do it all over, step day 1 through on, or let them try a 4th grade level. Let them try it because the questions and the answers and the way things are set up, that is different. Each test, each grade level will be a little bit different in the practice tests, and it will expose them to different things. And it opens up areas of discussion. Oh, that's an informative paper, it says. What does that mean? What did Mr. Wilson say an informative paper is for? Oh, this one's asking you to do a narrative. What does narrative mean? Oh, telling a story? Okay. See what I mean? Just play with them and interact with them on the multiple levels. Now, of course, if they're in 3rd grade, don't do 8th grade because that will really confuse them. Just keep it within 1, 2 grade levels and let them see the different kinds. Now, if they're higher up in a grade level, let's say they're grade 6. A grade 6, you can take grade 6, do all of that and go 5, 4, 3. That's a lot of different kinds of exposure to different kinds of tests. And let them play in those different areas. Well, how would you do SAT? I sat and know the directions. How would you do that? Those setting, action words, type. Can you highlight those for this particular grade level? Let them play. That's what I want, okay? And you'll find that the more they play, the more active they are, the more that they're willing to sit and just do whatever you want them to do. Another thing, get them out of the test and show them that these steps work outside of this particular state test. Let them, if they got a science paper, okay, here's a science article. Let's do that one. Let's do highlighting of all of the main ideas, key ideas. Who is the source? What is the title? Just like you did on day 2. right? But now you're doing it on a homework assignment. It has nothing to do with tests. It's now on a homework assignment. But they're doing the same sort of steps. They're getting used to setting this up. Now, I know some of you are going, well, Mr. Wilson, that sounds like something they could use for the rest of their life, for all of their grades, all the way. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we want to teach them. And I'll tell you, if you do all of these, try some of these. Again, you're breaking up sessions. Oops. You're breaking up the sessions into smaller bites if they need it. You're letting your child play with all the buttons and the things like that, getting them used to manipulating the pages and the highlighting and the things like that. You are practicing on multiple grade levels where they can actually not just be sitting there watching me, and I'm not all that interesting, not just watching me, but they're actually getting in there and playing and highlighting the button, and you're getting them, oh, where's your highlighter button? Oh, that's where that is. Oh, okay. Well, what if you only want the reading part? How do you make the screen go only for the reading part? Oh, well, once you're done there, how do you make it go back? All those little arrows going back and forth so that the screen changes. All of that is just play. And then take these things and use them on regular homework assignments until the day of the test. The more they get used to doing these things, breaking things down, highlighting main ideas, looking for those types of steps, they will do much better on the final test, on the actual state test. Plus, they'll do so much better on their homework as well. So I don't have anything more really to share with you at this point. Please, if you have ideas, you have problems, you have struggles, you have issues, you have suggestions, please contact me. Let me know. You can either leave a message in the comment section, or you can get a hold of me at the school. You can email me via my YouTube channel. However you want to do it, please reach out. Let me know. I really enjoy your feedback. And I apologize that it seems like we're doing this really slowly. And I admit we are, or really I am, because I'm the one that's creating these videos and trying to put it together to help you and help your child. But this is the first time we've tried to do this. And after spending so much time teaching writing at all grade levels, all the way down to 4th grade, and speaking with the other teachers that are teaching the youngers how to do writing for the very first time, paragraph writing, things like that, after collaborating with them and trying to put something together, I'm realizing that outlining and this write the big essay, those are a little bit bigger, more detailed type of things, and I don't want to overwhelm the students with big long videos. So I hope that within the next day or two, I'll get your outlining out. There's going to be at least 2 parts to that. The test requires writing in a small paragraph or in a short answer. That we can outline. I want to put that together for you. That's what I'm working on now. The other one is the long essay. It is a 5-paragraph essay all the way down to 3rd grade. And my guess is most 3rd graders have barely been able to put together a paragraph. So I want to try to make this light and a little bit more fun, and can we conquer the test and all this sort of stuff. I want to keep their mindset in a good place. So I apologize for taking a little bit longer than I had hoped for, but I want to make sure these next couple videos really reach and help all grades from 3rd all the way to 8th, okay? You 11th graders, you're on your own. Haha. Either that or you got to come to my senior class. So that's all I have to say for now. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, any problems, any issues, please just reach out and let me know, okay? Otherwise, have a great night, great day, and great practice. Practice, practice, practice. See you later.